Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the end game of the Glacial Pathfinder. Freezing plus poison stuff. That's going to be very interesting, and we kind of flew through the campaign solo self on quite nicely. And now it's time to see how easy the end game progression will be, especially without any kind of defensive nodes so far. I'm excited. I hope you're looking forward to that too. Number one step is going to be finding a goddamn new spear, because our spear is atrocious. I actually found, I bought myself a 1 exalted spear on the market to see how bad mine was. Like, how bad is my spear that I have? How terrible is he? Well, it turns out pretty terrible. Okay, if you look for a comparative spear, so this one I got for 1 exalted. Yeah. Level 60. Mine is a level 54. We're sitting at 21,000 and 9,000. With this spear is like just more, and it doesn't even have like any sockets in it, right? It doesn't have any quality. It's just there, just making me stronger, and I'm sad because I don't have it. Good. Doriani, give me that level 1 map, and on we go. First test, Flashy. Good to see you there, partner. I hope you're doing well. I guess we don't want to do a Iron Citadel boss right away, so we're going to do a Lofty Summit with a tablet, though. What kind of tablet are we taking here? Since we're doing ice, I mean, we're going to do an Abyssal tablet, right? Nah, I should probably do Breach early on. Let's try some Breach here. Okay, they contain some breaches, and breaches and additional rare monsters, and increase experience gain. See, that's what I like to see. The start I'm living for. So, welcome to all of you, chat. Second stream of the day, actually. We did some Where Winds Meet earlier. But now, we need to get this running. So we have 1,500 life, energy shield non-existent, evasion rating non-existent. So, technically, we do not possess defense. This is right after we finished mapping, so we didn't do anything. We just got out of the campaign, right? Same equipment as before. Oh, that means though we have to change our filter to be an endgame suitable one. Because otherwise I'm going to find gear like there's no tomorrow now, right? Yeah, we need to quickly change our filter to an endgame filter. Let's do that. Always interesting to do that live on stream. Jimmy, good to see you there, partner. It just continues being insane. Like, this is crazy. Oh, don't hit me first. And when they hit me first and stagger me, it's joy ever. What an annoying mob type, right? Well, if I hit first, you don't stand a single chance, you little shitters. We need definitely any kind of stun threshold, because we don't have stun threshold right now. Okay, come on, load the website. Getting a bit slow. Filter blade is being overloaded, it seems. Verify I'm a human. This is, by the way, why I also don't have defense, because what would I need defense for if I just freeze everything, right? Didn't know you could ARB your tablets, sir. Do we need to have that one talk, Frank? You can even rear them up after a while, but you gotta get to that point first. I think after killing the Arbiter, you can actually rear them up, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, that radar there. Let's see, we're 1, 2. Yep. Okay, I am Steam. Sorry, we're still trying to get the filter running on the side. This is what we're gonna go into. I like how these hands look. They look very friendly. Okay, my filters are there, ladies and gentlemen. So we're gonna create a new filter. It's going to be very strict. Modules. Nope, not modules. I need global filters. Mythic. Mythic looks great. So strict, mythic, auto adjust for endgame. We are a ranger. I want to have spears. I want to have spears, and I want to have scepters. And everything else doesn't matter. No quivers, evasion rating and energy shield. That's it. No AR and evasion rating. So no armor in that. And that's it. Apply. Export. Spear finder. Strict. And save and sync. Done. Options. Game. Spear finder strict. So, throw these out before the fight even starts, right? And as the fight starts, laser them all. And usually I would expect to like get trounced here, but I'm feeling good. Especially like this corridor here is godsend, or we're just going to throw like our spears down and none of these guys can respond. The crazy part is that the Frost Spear just flies to infinity and beyond, so it pierces everything. It does not pierces something, right? This thing just pierces, and it just keeps piercing. It just doesn't stop anywhere. I'm gonna run to the other side, see if I can find some class pans there. Hello, partner. Good to see you there. Hope you're doing well. The perfect way to fight this down. First level done, chat. Okay, well, there should be way more on this side. So if you wonder, how do they actually die? Poison. It's not necessarily my one hit of the spear. It's the actual poison that's being applied by the spear. See, like if I hit these, and especially if one dies, it spreads the poison to the others, and then they chain die. If I throw that in, he dies, all of them die. Just like that. What level are you? We are level 62. How do you manage mana? I drink potions. But Typhoeus, we are actually going to buy ourselves Lavinia's. Lavinia's is a unique potion that automatically applies. Why is Lavinia's so good? Because you can then take nodes that apply during Flask effect. So there's nodes, for example, like here. 40% more elemental damage during a Flask effect. Well, if you have Lavinia's applies every 2 seconds automatically. You just continuously restore mana for free, right? Without having to do anything. And you just get then these Flask effects continuously without having to do anything. And there's actually quite some nasty ones. So there's also here an attack speed node that says increased attack speed and damage during a Flask effect. That's crazy. And the only thing you have to do is have Lavinia's. I don't actually know where it drops. I gotta like one day find out where it actually comes from, because some people sell like tons of them. Does effect duration node scale those numbers too? I don't know, Reptile. I mean, right now, like you can see, we're not really burning through much mana, so there's not really mana to manage, to be honest. Okay, who's in this map the boss? Oh, you are. Okay, that's my first map boss, chat. This is literally the first map this character is playing. We're gonna 1, 2, 3, and then we put a hunter's mark on him. Oh, shoot! You booped me. This is when we have like 0 defense, right? We have like, we need to put the hunter's mark on, and we need to throw on distance. Is this Path of Exile? Yes, blue. This is the Path of Exile endgame. Ow. Put that on. The plan is that all my things... Oh, see, there was the easy crit on the mark, and I think I forgot to put Eternal Mark on, because we have something called Eternal Mark, and that gives me frenzy charges on critting. Kind of good. Oh, no. Yeah, for these fights, we need more poison. That's right now my biggest weakness. Well, I get like 4... I got 4 goddamn frenzy charges from that. That was crazy. How good. Beautiful. Chat. What's your favorite ARPG? I don't like ARPGs. What? Yeah. So I do actually enjoy Path of Exile 2, right? I like me some Diablo 4, but I don't actually like ARPGs. Oh yeah, that's a good one. I'm not the biggest fan, to be honest, because a lot of the ARPGs are just really bad, if I might say so. I mean, there's some good ones. For example, oh my, that should have not killed me. There was, what was it called again? Some of the single player RPGs games, like your Titan Quest 2, I really enjoy, for example. It's like kind of funny, but the back in the days Divinity, for example, also very good. They were like Sacred, also like as a single player RPG. So if you're like taking away this kind of like multiplayer aspect of like having to play something, that's always where it gets more interesting. But personally, I like Path of Exile. Fun game to play. Okay, I'm happy with the Hunter's Mark working, but it shows that we at this point need more poison. As you can see, he ticks down with a poison, right? But our weapon is not good enough, so our level 54 weapon definitely needs an upgrade. But the Eternal Mark is working, so that's 10 out of 10 good. That makes me very happy. Like you might notice how we're getting frenzy charges left, right, and center versus bosses. Some distance, boys. Yeah. Well, last epoch is fun, but it's not good. If that makes any sense to you? I don't hate playing it, but I also don't love playing it. Jeff, the inflation of prices? Honestly, the inflation of prices has gone bad tremendously already. Not as bad as it used to be.
What's new?
So that's getting better. Okay, we need to work in our defense, chat. So effectively, we don't have defense. Effectively, defense is something we do not possess. So we gotta work on this ASAP. Not like a little bit, like we need it right now and as soon as possible. So there's a level 62, there's that. We get boots with 140 evasion rating. They could probably be getting replaced. Oh wow, this is like 113 life boots, just like that. But we have like resistance boots. We have some energy shield stuff. A helmet with full energy shield is also something I would need. So this actually has 67 energy shield. We can do something funny with that. So you're gonna mark that up. Then we're gonna take a found one of those. Essence of what is it called? Essence of armor. It's called an Essence of Enhancement, and this allows me to instantly turn this into a 239 energy shield, right? And then you can go for Armor Desecration, which is really funny. And we can get a suffix of plus 1/2 on that, and we are sitting at 281 armor suddenly, energy shield. So that's actually kind of good for like a random helmet we're just pulling out of our butthole here right now. Especially since we're having the node that gives us evasion rating in accordance to energy shield. So right now we suddenly have 600 evasion rating and just that. Ta-da. that was a crazy good find. That's actually illegal, I'd say. We're gonna have to... This has 67 armored evasion rating. Yeah, you know what? That's also pretty good. So we're gonna sell that. We're gonna... take an essence for life right now because they are this one. Let's just add some max life to it, right? And then you can desecrate it as well. Now the only thing we actually need is we quickly need to go for the Lightless Well because I haven't been there yet. So Lightless Well is Act 2, Mastodon Badlands. As a beginner, which build would you recommend? Mercenary with grenades, because it's super easy to play. I mean, like a brain dead monkey understands it. You throw grenades, grenade go boom, enemies die. And meanwhile, you're like super defensive at the same time. It's just a very nifty playstyle that during leveling and everything is great. I mean, you could also just go for warrior go bonk or shaman go shapeshift. But honestly, for the shaman, like, how do I say this now? The wyvern already requires you to devour power charges, rend, stuff like that. Where the, you know what? This shouldn't be where the lightless born is. Where the bear requires you to understand endurance charges, and the wolf needs you to work around with freeze. None of these is actually initially super easy, right? Then again, like, you could also just play a Sorg and go Spark. Spark Firewall done. Also not too hard to figure out. It's like nothing is impossible for you to figure out, to be honest. We're looking for the lightless warden. Because we're gonna go to the well. Ow. I've fallen, I can't get up. See, with that amount of energy shield right now, we're just way safer. Not safe, but safer. This is like where it just shows as soon as you enter mapping, it hurts. Okay, well, we gotta go back here. Because we were, after all, right. Which kind of peeves me. Spark leveling is cancer, I agree. It doesn't feel good. Have you tried Elden Ring Blue? I don't know if you've seen my channel, but we've probably won some of the best Elden Ring beginner guides. That allow you to, like, mage, samurai, warrior, OP in an hour. Literally OP in an hour, where you just destroy everything. Nagakiba, Eleanor's Pole Blade, double jumping Bonky, speedrun to the best bleed build in Elden Ring. You know, the usual stuff you do. Kind of miss Elden Ring. Like to do another playthrough in a while. But there's a new Souls game coming, so that has me excited. I mean, 2026 has a couple of Souls-ish games coming, right? We got Neo 3, we got Code Vein, we have Neo 3, Code Vein. There were different. There were a couple there, like Thunder Blade Zero's coming, Crimson Desert. They're all not Elden Ring, but they're somewhat in that direction, right? Lords of the Fallen 2, actually, even though I hated Lords of the Fallen 1, so we'll have to see about that. Frostlands was enough for clearing, sir? You have no clue. So the reason why Frostlands is working so good is that we're using Icelands with plus poison, sir. Okay, let's see what the helmet got for us, chat. Reveal, we got Dex and Int. That's actually going to work. Running well. Okay, and then we're going to take the chest piece. That got another, come on, armor and evasion rating. So that's crazy. So we got 22 evasion rating and energy shield plus 29% bonus on top. See, that sits at 410 right away. Bam. So we just had 80 energy shield. And after our first map, we're sitting at 700. Is upheaval applicable on that skill? On which skill, Mecha Bear? You mean on the glacial lance? Because it kind of makes a crater? No. The glacial lance does have AoE projectile cool duration barrageable. Which, actually, this is barrageable. Wait a second. Gems. Barrageable. Can I, on Explosive Spear, play? There is multi-shot, but there's also, what is it called again? Salvo, yeah. Does Salvo work on this one too? It will work. Now random directions would be useless. So that is an insane upgrade already. 1, 2, 3. That. Okay, tier 1 map down. We're instantly jumping into tier 2 maps. We don't linger, guys. We always go for the next one. Okay, we just upgraded from nothing to something. We still don't have resis, so I guess we're gonna have to do bub. And then we're gonna have to pull like a fire resistance from my pickpocket here. At least have something going on, right? And off to the next map. Any advice for thunder builds? Don't play them? Yeah, that's not what you want to hear, right? But what are you struggling with, Mr. Funk? The question is not what can I tell you? The question is, what are you struggling with? Right? So this is the lance for clearing, right? The reason it works is, as you can see, they're getting poisoned. The enemies are getting not only elemental damaged and frenzy charge overwhelmed, they're also getting poisoned. That's the real devastation that's happening here. Especially the poison is spreading. So it's not just poison, it is spreading poison due to the Herald of Plague. Okay, so what we're gonna do is, oh, Skitter and Catalyst, nice. What we're gonna do is we're gonna like kill one, and if he succumbs to the poison that is caused by my elemental stuff, he's gonna kill everyone around him too. And then that one, if that dies, it's also gonna kill everyone around them. And then like it's a spreading plague that just goes everywhere, right? That's why it works so well. Because you're gonna freeze them, you're gonna slow them down, they're all gonna explode inside of each other. Then they're going to shatter from the good old Herald of Ice, right? And well, how are they going to ever reach you? And the best part is the range. Look at that. I just throw this and it just goes through the map, right? You're like standing there, but who cares? That's where the power comes. Oh, and we didn't have it to beat him. Wait, there's a wait. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, just send like 27 elites to me. Why wouldn't you? Would you consider this build more enjoyable than Plant Druid? Plant Druid has to get close to the enemy, and you kind of rely on your cast on crit, and it takes a while to really get to the point where you feel like really amazing. It is a cool concept though, because it's new and it's different. However, freeze is just freeze, right? What can I say? Freeze is cool because it's freeze, and I love poison. And if you can combine poison and freeze, well, what do you want more? The crazy part is that everything poisons. Okay, so my lance is poison, my Herald of Ice poisons, my actual like my here storm lances, they poison too. Everything poisons. Do you know how cool that is? When you just got him by the balls, no matter what you do. Another level, let's go. Yeah, I could partially just throw one single lance and just watch them die. And the crazy part is that we're not even leaned into poison yet. So we have taken half of the poison nodes that we actually need and want to take for this build. So right now we get this up here, that, and this tiny one. There's 3 poison nodes missing. Especially this one is now increased magnitude of ailments we inflict, poisons, faster poisons, right? And also duration and better poisons again. It's gonna go really good. A poison spark Pathfinder might slap. It can work. Absolutely. And if you want to do poison stuff, usually Pathfinder is the way to go because Pathfinder just doubles the amount of poisons that an enemy can have. Because usually an enemy can have 1 stack of poison. Unless you're obviously adding more stacks of poison. And they can have stacks of poison. We really have like 0 stun threshold right now. Now with Pathfinder, you already double that 1 stack into 2 stacks. And then you double it to 4 and more. So on. That is a lot of, what I wanted to say, a lot of, like, progress from one single ritual. Thank you for your guides. They're incredibly helpful. I'm 60 years old, passionate POE player, and I'm having a bit of trouble understanding the passive skill tree. I feel you, Neophyta. I think the passive skill tree is definitely still the greatest challenge of the game. I mean, it's one of the big sales arguments of the game, right? Because the passive tree is cool and you can do a lot with it. But at the same time, the passive tree is also the big, like, oof. Right? The problem in my eyes is that respecking is not for free. And I think that's still a mistake because why are we paying for respecking? Where's the problem to allow us to just respec for free? I personally don't see it. I'm sorry. I will never budge in there. We should be able to just swap points around and there is not a single negative to it. And it would just make it less stressful for people to play. Because they could literally be like, okay, I made tons of mistakes, but at least I tried. And now I'm going to look into a build guide and make up for all my mistakes. That's how I see it, personally. Because, I mean, I like to get kicked in the balls like all of us, right, chat? But if the game is permanently kicking you in the balls, at some point it's too much. There's a limit to ball kicking. So step number 1, always put on the Hunter's Mark. And that's step number 2, hit her and try to crit her. Because if we're critting her now, we get a Frenzy Mark, right? A Frenzy Charge, and then we do more damage with anything we do. Might it be that we're putting on the lance? Might it be that we're putting on the here, see there was the triple ignited lightning spears. Triple ignited explosive spears. Dude, they're dangerous when they happen. Because the ignite from the explosive spear is actually crazy. Yeah. Oh Lord, why did that erupt? We had her killed. And it still tried to take our life. Abusers with point. No, you cannot change your points, Lusterful, unless you're in back in town. So if you actually want to, before a fight, teleport back to town to change your setup, well, you could do that, but that would like slow you down tremendously. Also, what would you care if someone would abuse the system, right, to make their own playthrough better? Like, who cares? What people do to min-max, right? We're looking out for the casual player. We want the casual player to have more fun. So that's what we should care for. That's what we should look out for. Not what abusers could do, because abusers will abuse every system, right? If you're trying to make systems so that abusers can't abuse them, then guess what? They'll still find a way. That's what they do. Like the same argument with the temple. If the temple wasn't broken, the grinders would find something else to break to ruin the economy, right? They always find something. I think I went for a few points in the Atlas that make the rituals have way more monsters. And now I get to feel that. Because holy, what is that monster density in a ritual here? I feel like I can't breathe. Wait, where's the last monster? There you are. Holy Christ. Evasion rating 500. That would have been great. Armor energy shield, not bad with a lot of spirit. Energy shield, that's actually a really good chest piece, just like that, right? 65. But none of them is exceptional, so we're going to re-roll this whole shit. And get nothing. Wow. This is Idle Hands. Increased attack speed while on full mana. You count as full mana while at 90% or above. That's not even bad. By these splinters. And I think there is a fourth one, right? Yeah, fourth one. Then we could refresh again, right? 1, 2, 3, and 10. Yeah, we get like half a level from that one thing, right? I'm not crazy lost. By the way, thanks for answering the question of people. Well, where? Oh, damn, I get the gloves. Chat, look at that. That's crazy. The actual thingy just showed me like, oh, you could buy the gloves here. You could if you want to. Like that. You know what? Here, take it. It's fine. Like, for free, brother. For free. No problem. We're playing a bad build into the wipe. Sir, are you okay in your head? We just started a brand new build. We're pretty much level 63. Solo self-found. I hope everything is fine for you, though. You're not suffering some mental trauma. Unresolved. I think OP did not understand that some people don't just play their endgame builds until the end. This is like my 6th or 7th build right now this league. Solo self-found. They take time to do. Will this build be expensive? No. There is one item so far, the Plague Fingers. They cost 5 to 10 exalted. Very cheap. Then we will use a scepter later on as well. That scepter is going to cost, I think, 10 exalted or 20. I'm not entirely sure. So a grand total of 30 exalted for the must-have pieces. But that's about it. I mean, obviously, you can always buy better spears. Like, for example, my spear is now okay, but mine is, like, something I found, right? I could literally go into trade and for 5 exalted buy a spear that does twice the damage of what I have right now. Which is crazy to me, because I'm like gimping around with this shitter here, and I literally just have a better spear waiting for me in trade. However, again, we don't want to cheese it by just buying ourselves an OP weapon. It kind of like ruins the feeling of progression. Oh, stuck. Yeah, we couldn't throw our spear down the stairs. It gets stuck. So we get it like... Oh. And I'm on top of the stairs again. Okay, let's see what we can do here now. Oh, we get another 2,000, but we can't re-roll. So I have to buy... I mean, we could go for Fulmination. Fulmination is not bad, but I don't need it. So I want an Exalted Orb. I want the Orb of Augmentation. I want the... I mean, I actually don't want anything else, so that's that. Let's buy the Omen too. Okay, we made out really good from this level, so I'm really happy. 2 levels. We're gonna play Paladin Release. We already did, Lucas, in case you missed our build. It's a really good build. Actually, a fantastic build, even. Not a really good build. That's Discipline. Discipline gives us a more total energy shield. We could put that on over the one that we currently have. And it would just simply work, which is kind of funny. Yeah, we should put that on. Because Discipline is, like, kind of cool. Like, it just literally gives us more energy shield, and that's it. Just makes it more tanky. Hard to have. Break. That spear. See, 117 to 42 damage, chat. Just like that. Not bad. Not much good either, though, because that is, like, even if I fully upgrade this, right, it's not going to come close to what we have here. Which is sad. This one could be good. It's like 61 fire damage. Let's see what we get out of this. I don't think I have these gloves already.
This is what we have
Sell. So.
Keep up the good
That was a tier 2 map. Off to a tier 3 map now.
not bad. This
Fender.
is what we have available.
Nothing. 55. I mean, this is 55 increased physical. If I would craft this upwards, it wouldn't still be good. That's the problem.
Keep up the good work.
It's terrible. Read to all melee skills. That's terrible. The lightning damage is actually good. But lightning damage could be so much more, so I don't count that. Let's get all the spears here. Okay. Nope. 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 Nope.
Hello.
Sadness. I don't even want to see what other they have. They're just sad.
Certainly unique. Oh, it's you.
Wow. Okay, this is what we're dealing with, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we're dealing with. Here, for example, we're level 64. So if I go into the market panel, we type in spear with level 64. 10 exalted orb limit. Go for elemental DPS. So we could get one that has like 250, right? Just like that. And we could even upgrade it further. That one also 229. It's insane. What it just has going on. Crazy, right? And we're like, that's 3 Vol Orbs even. We're shit. This has also. These are mean gaming machines. Okay, tier 3 map. On we go. Patch of ignited ground. Nah, freeze build up. Let's do that. Oh, some poison builds, as we all do, brother. As we all do. Okay, we went for the magnitude of poisons, right? Mm-hmm. Grotto. Ja. Das schafft doch Mama auch, oder nicht? Das schafft Mama nicht? Sorry. Mom didn't know how to operate the Nintendo Switch for the tiny humans. Elderon, thank you for the 11 months of support. Hope you're doing well, brother. Oh, I don't even see the monsters. So we're just throwing our ahead of ourselves, right? Don't need to see shit. Might just cover the screen. The best part about this is I'm just sure I'll restore my energy shield. Because I'm just gonna throw this on distance, right? Is the build going your way? Yes. We just need the 3rd Ascension now. And we need a new spear. Which is always the pain of like soul self-founding things, right? When you don't get a weapon upgrade, you're just literally stuck at a certain level of DPS. That's sad. We'll get there. And we pretty much just entered mapping, like what the stream just started. How many minutes ago? Just began for 40 minutes. We've been already 3 levels up. Progress is very good. I'm gonna try to use Culling Strike more on maps, but I don't really get to use Culling Strike right now. Wonder who the... Okay, now Culling Strike, easy to... Oh, boss. That boss here, we get a Hunter's Mark him. Throw in the spears, 1, 2, 3. Hope that one of these eruption triggers a crit. See, that triggered a crit and instantly went for the super ignite. And I win. Oh, you dropped nothing? That's sad. Like nothing. You feel like the map is a bit dark? Me too. Me too, Chan. I feel too that the map is a bit dark. There you go. Good to see you there, partner. I gotta say, the enemy types for this map are absolutely tame. Like, sometimes you have, like, the worst enemies, right? They're just going to be absolutely atrocious to fight against. This one just has the tamest enemies that you could imagine. The boss is all the way there. Ooh, the monolith. Oh, who would have guessed? This is a summoning circle, Chan. Sir, I'm trying to hurt you. See, like how he just gets absolutely destroyed by the poison. That is beautiful. We're just getting nasty numbers now. Is this Diablo 4? This is Path of Exile. The class is called a Ranger. Even though we're using him with the weapons of a Ranger, and we're using him with the weapons of a Huntress. So we're Ranger Hunters. Let's see how the big boy's gonna feel. Because this is one of the highest HP... One of the highest HP having bosses. Okay, Hunter's Mark on. Spears down. Hunter's Mark on. I have the feeling my spears are flying through him if I put them on him. I gotta be like very careful, because if I put the spears like on him, they're always flying through him. You can actually see on the character which class we are, because the characters in Path of Exile are set, right? So this is like the blonde ranger. The Huntress is a dark-haired lady. Okay, how many times have I now ran through the fire there? I feel like I'm running through the ignited ground without seeing it. See, there's like ignited ground on this side. I just simply did not notice before. See, there's the ignited ground again. That side of the mountain, we're just burning to death. Oh wow, half of my things are just not going where they're supposed to. Oh, that was beautiful. Okay. Oh. Helix Spear, finally. A Helix Spear could be a Chan. We might get a meaningful update. The damage was good against bosses. For damage against bosses to be good, you obviously need a better spear. Not a 54 one at level 64. And we need the poison nodes. So our damage will get now better as we advance further in the ranks. Easily. Oh, that one is so sad. 130 max life. We need to keep this. It's a nasty little piece of equipment. We can always get like better... Actually, we have like absolute great rings for the time being. Need better boots. I kept so many full energy shield boots for so many characters. It's like it was just a collection of full energy shield boots. That's it. I think I might have already spread them on all my chars. You know, it was just that full energy shield and movement. That spear is sadness galore.
Not bad. Take your time.
That's bad. That's bad. See, both of these are just terrible. I mean, optimally, we try looking for a magic spear that has a lot of physical damage, not accuracy. Physical damage percentage. And craft it upwards if I wanted to. So you can buy yourself something like this for 10. Which is really cheap at this point of the game. Then you get yourself an Essence of Abrasion.
Have an order?
Which also cost another 2 yesterday. So that's 12, right? That's nothing.
All right. Your order is registered.
Oh wow, Greater Essence of Abrasions not being instantly available. Oh, the price hike, chat, the price hike. 3. And you put that on. Wow. 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 I refuse to use that. Because this is the worst outcome I've literally ever gotten on a single craft. That makes me hyper unhappy. Words cannot describe the level of wow I feel there. Because, so the outcome can be 23 to 59. I got 22 to 20... I get such a terrible result out of that. It's not even funny anymore, right? This one is better. That's 32. We can work with that. So, funnily, this one is still more. So if I now take this one, and obviously we need to... what's it called again? We need to corrupt it, right? So, weapon. Actually, you know what? Let's do both. Let's do both of these. What comes out of this? Here's this. This is Path of Exile, my friend. Okay, let's see. Reveal. Increase attack speed. Decrease attack speed while your companion's in your presence. That's useless. But it also doesn't hurt. That one at least got a prefix here. Attacks with weapon penetrate cold resistance. That's technically useless. We'll profit more from the fire damage, which is still, though, very low. What comes out of this if I reveal you? I mean, the fire damage doesn't hurt. We could do another 15 physical if we wanted to. Oh, very good. Okay, that one got up to that, and you went up to. Yeah, we're gonna keep that. It's not too much of a rise and grind, but somewhat better. Attack speed is good, not for this build, not as much as you would think for this build, to be honest. It doesn't hurt to have it, definitely does not, but it's also not like, oh my god, this is the holy grail, right? We're like, yeah, sure. Fine. Here. Little spear.
Seems like a good deal.
So where were we stuck? We were not at tier 3 maps. We wanted to do... We can do another tier 3. It really depends on what you're doing. So for this build, more is not more necessarily. So I don't have to spam to get my damage. My damage is fine with not being spammed. In terms of how much we're getting out of it. What does our poison go up to? So our poison's now at 3,500. So this is the funny part. So we might do 12,000 damage to the glacial lance, right? But that's not even our damage. So on top of that 12,000 damage of the glacial lance, here comes all the poison damage that we're actually dealing. And we can do 6 stacks of poison damage, which pretty much means we're going to hit you once. And then that's the first stack, and then more stacks, and then more stacks, right? And that's also why some monsters like die so incredibly quick. Because you're just putting like a lot of poison on them. Like I don't even have to do anything. He just dies to that. Get him exploded. See, and that's all just poison that he's getting there. Solid mask. I don't think I have that one. See, one hit and they get poisoned, and then they die, and then they spread the poison to others. And they die, and then they spread, and then they explode, and. Are you still sitting with that pearl? Rock is still gone from Act 4. Sir. If you tell me where Rock went, I'm going to hand that pearl in. Until then, Rock is gone. Okay, this one has elemental resistance aura. He's just immune to being harassed by me. It's great. We love to see that. You know? That's fantastic. Can you not stash the pearl? No, I have to throw it out like here during a actual level to get rid of it. Well, we pretty much haven't played since yesterday, sir. Since I put that pearl off yesterday, we haven't logged in. That pearl can stay on the ground. Is Wyvern slow playing? No. Once you get the Wyvern like to the level of speed you want it to be, it's just zoom in. Especially during campaign. I mean, you pounce into your enemies, you devour a corpse, and then you go spam rend, win. That's it. It's the magic, and it works so well, and you can't really be stopped. And against bosses, you pretty much go in with a power charge, barrage the boss, done. It's Joe Ever. That's the whole story of it, right? Wyvern is brilliant fast. When people tend to say Wolf is faster, I heavily disagree. But then again, everyone is allowed to have a wrong opinion. Let us see how we get our bonus rage. Oh, we're level 65. Chat, we're level 65. We can do one thing. I'm an idiot. I'm an absolute idiot. I should have done that instantly as we reach level 65. Okay, step number 1 is we are going to buy ourselves one of these currency gems for the glacial lance. Why is that? Because with level 65, you can buy yourself for 3 exalted orbs. In orb, it's called Vengeance. Batur's Vengeance. I don't have a Batur's Vengeance. No. Vengeance. Batur's. 5. Oh no, inflation.
All right, your order is registered.
So Batur's, and this one is crazy because it gives us extra cold damage or extra damage as cold damage for each point of rage I have. I have 30 points of rage. So as soon as I freeze now an enemy, let's wait for my rage to fill up, right? Seeing like a 12,000 damage here, and as soon as I freeze someone, we just get that as extra cold damage on top. Just like that. And that damage as extra cold damage also contributes to your poison again. And we just need to freeze someone for it. That's it. And as you know, we always freeze someone. We just exist to freeze. What's Wing Blast for? Wing Blast is for to give you power charges, sir. If that is your question, you should probably watch our beginner's guide on Wyvern Druid. Kind of explains the ins and outs quite good. Oh wow, the same boss again. But this time we get the better spear, ladies and gentlemen. Right? The same boss as before, but we get the better spear. Okay, put the mark on. Obviously, we're not getting Batur's Vengeance now. Aha! You shall not have me, sir. I generally just dislike this boss because I have such a hard time like hitting him the way I'm supposed to hit him. Right? And to have my skills not go like through him, but actually hit the ground.
You're mine.
See, like all these fire spears, they're supposed to go here. This is where we want them. We don't want them to like fly past him to land in Narnia. No, we want them right there in the ground. No, I have him almost frozen. Oh, freeze him. You know you can officially do it. Can freeze him, chat. It's possible. Just has to stop being like immune to freeze. See, there we go. Thank you very much. Waystone tier 4 and my 5th Pilgrim's Vest. My 5th. You're running Auto Bomber, but it's not being cast on all maps. Honestly, I did not check how the Auto Bomber exactly works. I only know that there's a version with Temporals and without, right? Not sure where your problem lies, sir. An Orichalcum Spear, you say? Wonder if we should, like, all in swap our attack damage points now for poison points, because we get to get so much out of it. Or if we should reduce our poison, like, if we should put some bonus poison nodes on stuff. Right, to weasel out more damage. I mean, ultimately, we need another scepter. So right now, we have a scepter that doesn't do anything for us, apart from giving us spirit, right? And what we need is a scepter that gives us bonus damage. Sadly, there is no low level scepter that accomplishes that. Let me through here. For all the breach monsters waiting for you. Where are all the breach monsters? Where are all the scary breach? Oh no, 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 don't. Don't crash on me. There are more scary breach monsters. Not enough. There's a new sword class, yes. The new sword class is called Disciple of Varashta. Sadly, no one actually placed the Disciple of Varashta as the Disciple of Varashta. They all just use her for a cast on Comet. It's kind of sad. Okay, 4,671 poison. This one with an explosion can apply also 6,000 poison. Wonder if I want to put the poison on it, right? Because right now we have a chance of 64% to poison. 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 This is increased magnitude of poison, duration poison inflicted on slowed enemies. This is magnitude of poison. This is increased poison. This would be poison, magnitude of poison, and chance to poison. I mean, optimally, I would love to have more chance to poison nodes, but sadly, there are no chance to poison nodes, right? Increased magnitude of ignite against poisoned enemies. That's interesting. You only have 30 rage. Yes, sir. The rage node is all the way over here, and there's no way I get that. I could anoint the rage node, but that's too fucking expensive to even remotely consider. Okay. I don't want to anoint the rage node. Do you know how expensive that is? I mean, I could afford it. That's not the point. It's more like that it can't be part of this guide because it's so expensive that
What do you think?
I couldn't expect you to be able to afford it,
Spend it all at once. Keep up
right?
the good work.
So we could find a way. But if I then find a way, what's that good for you? If I'm like, hey, so yeah, you could anoint this. It is only going to cost you the world. Oh, look at that. My spear sold, chat. The spear that we just crafted sold. I could have probably sold it for 20 exalted if I wanted to. Actually a bit cheap there. Okay, let's see what happens. Wants to have critical strike damage. What's the worst that could happen? The jewel with rage, those are cheap. With rage +1, I have a rage +1 jewel on another character. We probably have like tons of rage jewels here. This is maximum rage bonus, maximum rage bonus. Not like I have tons of jewels flying around. Right? But we also have like only one slot right now for something. Oh no, actually we have another one here. Go. 1, 2. 1, 2. Not worth it. Some good build ideas for second wind as starter. I'm not sure what you're talking about, sir. A lot of minions at once and dead. If you're looking for a starter, generally the mercenary build. Probably one of the fastest to endgame. I mean, that being said, I could bring a wyvern into the endgame solo self-found like in no time. So everything is possible. I just like crossbows because crossbows are OP. Private League that starts on Friday. Sir, you're assuming that people actually know that. I know that, but you're assuming people know that. I'm happy you get a slot. It's being run by Talkative Try and some others. It's a good idea. But I would recommend Merc, because Merc is absolutely incredible. Merc Tactician. One of my strongest builds this season. Doing 500,000 damage without even putting effort in. At the lowest. Okay, we're 66. As soon as we're 70, we're going to ascend. And then we probably have to see if we redo some of our passives, or if I want to Wyvern is so strong it becomes boring fast. I would agree if I didn't have so much fun playing the Wyvern. And there's something just super fun about the Wyvern. Actually, Jesus, there's something super fun about the actual Wyvern loot. Of like the jump, devour, rend, jump, devour, rend, jump, devour, rend. It's just such a nifty loop. And then you go oil barrage and it just never gets boring. But I gotta say, like, Raid, we are very proficient here on map clear right now. So with this build, it feels like amazing to go through maps. But our boss clear is obviously something that we need to work on still. That shouldn't be a problem down the line, but something that we just need to work on right now. And yeah, with Barrage, you would just like you start mapping and you just walk up to a boss and he's just dead. That's the funniest part about Wyvern. Like, oh no, a map boss, it's dead. Oh no, another map boss, it's dead too. Oh no, a third map boss, it's dead again. I wonder if we do want to play Ghost Shroud on this build. Like that. The Onslaught Charm in Act 2. I completely missed out on the Onslaught Charm so far. I know it exists, but I haven't really looked into it. I might have it. Do people like Wolf more than Wyvern? I mean, Wolf is freeze. Right? People like freeze. Life is hard? I mean, life's hard when you're having so many fun builds to choose from, huh? Sir? The pain. Of having so many fun builds and you get to choose one. Oh no. Okay, I'm just still trying to throw that in the ground. I want to let me throw it in the ground. Love it when that one hits. Yeah, I'm in some kind of ignite, but I don't know in which kind of ignite I am. Right? Problem is when you're making like ignited ground yourself and you don't remember, are we now in ignited ground or not? I mean, that's his ignited ground, but I'm not entirely sure. Ow, he hit me. That was mean. Yeah, Wyvern Wolf, which one do you think will go nerf next patch? There are no nerfs, sir. I mean, like, there has not been a single nerf now this patch to anything.
I shall regret
And there
you
won't be a
think.
single nerf during the league to anything, right? Nothing will get nerfed in any way.
Good fortune.
Oh, we got 15% movement speed. That's great. Okay, so we have no resistances, so to speak of. I need a belt that actually gives me resistances, I guess. Tier 4. No more for rare monster. Yabba dabba do. Okay, we're working our way towards here. Which one is Penitentiary? Plants are best than Wyvern. Are you sure?
Myself be taken prisoner again.
And plants are fun, don't get me wrong. I found my Wyvern stronger when I made both. I definitely found Wyvern stronger and more fun. Problem with plants is, as soon as you get it running, it just is super boring. So I really enjoyed plants while leveling because it was fun to figure it out. But as soon as you have the plant druid done, as soon as you have like the caster crit and like, you know, all it just instantly gets boring. Just like as if you're flipping a switch, it like takes all the excitement out of it. Like, oh no, everything is automatized right now, and I like, yeah, sad. Fun. She, it is right in the middle. Incarnation of Death. Wait, no, Incarnation of Death isn't that... No, wait, Incarnation of Death is not the Chaos Damage Witch, right? I generally hate fighting that one. An Orichalcum Spear, you say? Is spell elemental damage based Wyvern build possible or must be strength physical? I mean, you always take a lot of elemental on the Wyvern, that first, right? But, I mean, there is no spell on the Wyvern. So I'm not sure what you would want to do with spell on the Wyvern. You're gonna tell me what your plan is, like, why would you want to do spell on the Wyvern, right? You're trying to achieve. See if we have like a normal boss that's not the goddamn like 2 million HP super shitter. Life suddenly feels better, right? And honestly, that big guy had me doubting myself again. Here, that's just the normal boss, and we're just feeling good, right? As we should. Thank you very much. On this. He just has like not reasonable HP, right? That bone construct. Oh, hello there. Go into a corner chat here. Because my lance just pierces everything, so I'm in the corner, I can just cover the whole screen in that direction. Huh? What do you heal up? honestly just got destroyed, poor guy. Oh, Spirit Gem 15. Not that I can use that in any way. We don't have like the stats to mess around with this. Gimme. 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 Try to find more hands. Okay, we have one more Wisp and a few more Elites, and that's it. You should try Vermeil, circle it on Shaman Ascendancy. I honestly tried Rage, Spell Damage, Shaman, and it just didn't feel good. Might have been that I didn't try enough where I had to put at least a couple of Divines in, but it just didn't fight with me. I mean, it might always be that a build just turns very nice until you have like very distinctive investment in it. But I don't like these kind of builds, right? I want a build to feel strong early on and only get stronger over time, and not be like once you hit like all the specific things we're finally good, and then it finally might feel like something. Not my cup of tea. Beautiful. Okay, so these nodes were crazy. What we could also take now, damaging ailments, damage faster, but I think it's not time for that yet. We can go for the duration of ailments. That'd be good. But this was duration of damaging ailments and enemies, and damage hit against enemies afflicted by ailments plus the magnitude. Cut a bunch of points here short. So that's magnitude of poisons. A magnitude of poisons against slowed enemies. Does chilling count as slow? Chad? Does chill count as slowed? Yeah. It does. Chill does count as slowed. I'm using your werewolf build and having a blast. What's your best strategy for leveling to 80? Honestly, Skywalk with level 72, my wolf was doing tier 15 maps, so best strategy is just keep blasting maps. And obviously try to get better talismans. Without better talismans, you'll get hard stuck. It's like the same problem I think with any martial class, right? You instantly get hard stuck if you struggle to get meaningful, good, better weapons. Oh, they both just get like a huge amount of physical damage. You just got accuracy rating. I hate that so much when it happens. It just irrationally unhappy. Okay, tier 15. We could get Combat Frenzy. Combat Frenzy gives me more charges quicker, so we should do that probably. Now we're gonna hand these back in. Now let's think about what could we do with another tier 4 gem on Explosive Spear, and we're gonna buy another one for Stormlands. Because all of these are like incredibly cheap, so these upgrades they're like right. These upgrades are like literally for free. One.
Post it right away.
So, what can we do on Stormlands and the other to weasel out more damage? And we could put on the poison. I've been thinking about it. Could also think about, let's see, there's a couple of things I want to, like, I mean, technically you would want to have on glacial lands the Ozin's Oath, but Ozin's Oath, not Ozin's Oath, the one that turns, like, life into damage. So where's my glacial lands? We could go for poison. There's the one where you do less hit damage, but 100% more magnitude poisons you inflict. which is actually really nifty. Now, we could take our Explosive Spear. This already has Overabundance, Elemental Armament, and Deliberation, so all of these work. You know what? I'm just going to put, like, Poison on all of them just for the YOLOs to see how that feels. I wanted to avoid doing that, but I need to see if I can stack Poison higher against bosses, right? And if I do Deadly Poison... So, we are sitting at 12,000 damage, okay? And 3,800 poison. If I remove Rapid Attacks, we obviously lose DPS, right? But the poison is the same. It's just like, literally, the hitting DPS gets lost. This brings us to 7,000, but 5,000. So, we're pretty much losing, like, 4,000 top-end DPS, but we get more damage per second, and we can stack this. So, I wonder if this is kind of worth to do from a damaging standpoint. We didn't get a tier 5 map, so we're going to have to jump into a tier 6 map. Okay, Penitentiary, Forge. No, which one is Forge? Forge. No, Forge is the big guy, right? It's the best way to farm currency for someone who just entered Endgame. You just play the game. So honestly, like oh Jesus Christ, I should have not done that. Don't look at chat while you're playing a computer game. So I get my currency. I have currently 1,600 Exalted Orbs or so. And they're all from selling heavy belts, from selling random talismans I found, random chest pieces. I got myself a tablet from playing the game, breach splinters, essences. So the number one thing you should do in your Atlas. For Atlas, you should take the pathing towards essences. Let me show you. So my Atlas skill tree, right away, bottom right, essence stuff. This allows me to get more essences than ever. And essences can really easy in the currency exchange be turned into Exalted, especially if you get certain ones. But if you get a greater essence of battle, you technically instantly have 180 Exalted. If you get an essence that adds Magic Find to gear that used to be 50 Exalted. So there's a couple ones that trade just like really high. They're easy to sell. Max Life Essences work as well, especially the perfect ones in each form, color, and variation. Can I reset temple? I don't think you can reset temple. Which is kind of sad. So it would be nice if there was a reset button. Because the alternative is just making you a character. Right? Oh, no. What did you have that you refused to die? You know? What did he have that he really didn't want to? Ooh, Breach Ring. Really? Tier 2? Just like that? In this economy? Don't say it. I'll take it. Right? This economy is double funny because it's actually like it's a bad economy. Okay, I just hear my children yelling upstairs while they're playing Super Mario. I guess success, right? But imagine like a 5-year-old and a 6-year-old who are not proficient yet with controllers, you know, trying to play Super Mario. There's nothing better. They're like, especially the Super Mario that you can play together on the Nintendo Switch, where like if you move too far to the left and the right, it will pull the other one down like into the abyss. So much fun. Is this the economy worst of all the previous ones? No, I don't think the economy is actually bad because you don't notice as the casual player. Right? Like, the whole economy stuff is overblown. Because as the normal player, you really don't actually notice it that much. If you spend a lot of time with the game, you will notice it. But if you just spend like you're gamer dad amount of time, you usually don't even know. Do you have a temple building guide? No, because I really don't actually mess with the temple. Like, the problem is that I don't play the end game. Like, you can see me. I am going to level this character up to level 90. I'm going to do my 4th Ascension. I'm going to kill the Arbiter, maybe like tier 2, tier 3, whatever. And then I'm just happy with the build because it's just down to getting like another weapon to make it OP. I mean, at the end of my buildings, usually I buy myself 1 OP weapon for cheap. Or craft myself 1 OP weapon just to see what the end stage would look like. But then I'm usually done and happy. That's that. Lost or full, playing video games for a living and hearing your children play one. Well, I would rather be upstairs to play with the children, but you know how it is. Don't always have a choice. I need to also make content so I can make more videos. Okay. It's crazy that this dude here has vastly less HP than the bone construct guy, right?
That one.
This shows how absolutely ridiculous the bone construct guy is. What? Nothing even hit me. Nothing even scratched my booty hole. So yeah, I haven't really bothered with the temple. I haven't even been to Aziri yet. I think on a couple of characters, like all of my characters actually, I have the Royal Chamber. But I have just not bothered. Oh wow, I just got 3. The best part is when you get like your frenzy charges for cheap. Dirt cheap. See, there's the frenzy charge again. Even though I don't know if the ignite properly reaches him. Okay, so now that we have poison on all my things, I have the 6 poison stacks always up. So that was definitely a success. I wasn't sure if we needed that, chat. Like again, I wanted to avoid putting the poison on. But seeing now that we always have like all 6 poison stacks up, that's a relief. So that's literally perfection. Good. Any build like the Plundred out there, 1, 2, 3 button build, that's actually good. There are many like that. I mean, you have the Spark build, Spark cast on Comet, where you pretty much just run around, Spark cast on Comet. Might have to use more keys until you get there. I mean, end of the day, the Wolf also, in most of the time, is just Lunar Assault and that's it. Right? I mean, most builds at the end are just 1 button builds. See, for example, I have this chest here right now. This is not a crazy good chest, but it is a good enough chest that someone might buy it for 5 Exalted. So that's how I make currency. This is boots with 25% movement speed and fire resistance. That's not terrible as well. So we're gonna put that in for 5 Exalted too. You see, all my sales are like 15, 10, 100, 400, 10, 30, 35, 35, 120, 45, 12, 45, 55, 100, 10, 5, 55, 50, 50, 50, 25, 5. Like, you see, these are all my sales. I mean, I'm not selling like crazy stuff. Obviously, in between, I find something like super cool, but most of the time, just random shit. Oh, this scepter has a lot of spirit. And one you can sell for 5 spirit as well, for 5 as well. Like, yeah, I'm just not interested in making like the big bucks, if that makes sense. I just want to sell some stuff. That's about it. Okay, that was our fight, by the way, chat, with now the deadly poison. Right? That works really well. Could technically put deadly poison on all of these. Just get more out. Because this already does 5,000 damage with the explosion, right? And this would do 5,000 poison with the explosion. So if we now put the deliberation off, we're kind of sitting at still 4,200. So I wonder if all of these will be better with deadly poison. This reduces my hit damage overall, but it just gets me more damage per second poison-wise. Where is my gems? That one has deadly poison in it, but not poison. So I did the right thing, but I just did forget the other thing. Let's see. Swedish nematode. Swedish, good to see you there, brother. Hope life finds you good. And you're lifing. This heavy belts are 70 exalted right now. Damn, I think I have like 2 more in my stash. We're gonna check. I don't know how much more you can do when you have 5 sockets. It's right now. It's not about socket. Right now, it's just really about getting yourself the passive points, and obviously the better weapon. Right? I need to get like a killer weapon right now. I mean, mine currently does 282 physical. That's nifty, but it's far from like insane. I thought I was done for this league for build. Sir, you haven't even seen half of it. There's still even more interesting builds to come. And when we still have to do our Wyvern solo self-found journey. Right, a 0 to hero fun. So like this, see how all those died? Beautiful. So that bonus poison, let's see. I'm putting this the zappers down. Look at how much like how much poison alone the zappers are doing. Interesting. If I just take the zaps and just put it down. And see, they're all dying. Even without me like throwing a single glacial on. Actually really interesting. So I could just put this like really in front, right? As kind of like a ground trap. And just have it sit there. And it would just kill everything that gets spawned. The funny part is if then enemies die to the zaps, right? Because they get poisoned from it too. The actual poison will spread. So they're getting killed, and then they're getting zapped, and then the poison spreads, and then they're getting killed, and they're getting zapped, and the poison spreads. Beautiful. Oh my lord, you did just a lot of damage just by existing. Definitely have to like fix our defenses, and when we get 31 evasion rating. Ultimate fix to that, just get more skill points. And ultimately, we're just going to be working on more energy shield. So my goal right now is to use Path of the Sork. Not Path of the Warrior. We're going to use Path of the Sork to start here. 10 energy shield, 10, 15, 15, and 30. Just like that. That's an insane amount of energy shield bonus, but without like much effort. Look at the poison. That poison was powerful. So also, how do you make currency? I have made now in the time where we have played, so that's 1 hour. In that 1 hour, I have made breach splinters quite a lot. So we have made 30 breach splinters, and breach splinters currently sell for 2 to 3 exalted. What's the unique scepter you're talking about? I can look in my stash because it's just waiting there for me. It's something like the Guardian Palm Hand. It gives you extra cold damage. Okay. Isn't this short bow popular? $99% error. Okay, let's go. This is like the first time we're going full poison. Yeah, okay, that poison is ticking. I like... Oh, my goodness. He just... Oh, burned me. Sir, I have 12% fire resistance. Please don't burn me like that. Couldn't really gauge like how much more damage this is surmounting to, but I think it's working. Ow. It was like, I think that's working too. Oh, we can take the slow node now. Wait, chat, here. So we can take the... This is 40% increased duration of poison against slowed enemies. Do we need duration? Wait, that was duration. I wanted to have magnitude first. We should have gone for that one. Shit. So we get the duration of poison now. I actually fixed the duration of poison thing because I needed more duration. But since we've gotten, since we've gone for all the different poison nodes, so like all my skills are now inflicting poison, we don't actually need duration anymore. Mm-hmm. I'm still sad that... Still sad that multi-shot doesn't work against... Multi-shot does not work against... Uh-huh. With the explosive sphere. Understand? Did you start later today? No, we did some different game first, and then we swapped over to Path of Exile. So we pretty much have a dual stream day. Snakebite. Uh-huh. Yeah, Snakebite is cool, but we can't obviously play Snakebite because we need our Plague Fingers. Plague Fingers in that regard better than Snakebite, but Snakebite's still nice to have. Asian rating? Nah. 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 Yeah.
I'll tend to the books.
Bunch of sadness. Okay, tier 6 maps are feeling good. That means we're level 69. Jesus Christ. Okay, level 69 could have. Let's check. 69, Spear, 10 Exalted. What could we have? Rare. So, overall DPS. By the way, look at how dirt ass cheap this is, right? 1 orb of transmutation. So we could have 445 damage right now, chat, and that's not even qualityed up, right? For 5 exalted. What is that? So if I buy that one, how much more is this now?
It's your lucky
Like,
day.
it's just, the question is just how much more damage is it actually, right? Can you show the scepter? Yes, we can show the scepter, but you need to be level 38, 78. Unique scepter. You want here the guiding palm of the eye. That's 25% damage to extra cold damage. Technically, you want a different one. Practically, you take this one. It also gives you the guided freezing shrine, which is kind of cool. So that one is going up to this, that, and here. I wouldn't even put it at too much more damage. So we're sitting at 7, and this goes up to 9. Oh, there's actually more, but more interesting is this here. So we're currently sitting at 5633, and we're sitting here at 6, and this brings it up to 6.8, and also from to 6.3. Explosions at 10. So that's a. Can you make a thunderstorm plant poison build next? Nope. Nope. No. Sorry. Big no. Simple though, because poison and the plants don't actually mix well. Not something terribly interesting, to be fair. You have to imagine that, like, you know, you at level 78, you just get that scepter, and that's another 25% bonus damage, just like that, as extra cold damage on top. But that damage as extra cold damage on top obviously influences the poison as well, because all damage we do is poison. So you're pretty much going to be getting damage as extra cold damage. That damage is just going to be absolutely devastating. Okay, we need to put the poison duration off, and we need to reskill those points and do something different. Oh, did I just get one for the Ascension? Yeah. No, that's a 3-floor one. Yeah, perfect. However, we're gonna take our level 60 Berea probably, because that's it. Like, right? You get a level 60 Berea from the campaign. That makes the third Ascension so easy. It's crazy. Your plans for the next character to play? Haven't decided yet. I wanted to do something with bleed this season, but there have been like no interesting bleed builds. At least non-interesting for me. I'm happy that we have our poison build working. Definitely want to do like a soul self-found wyvern adventure. That holds some interest to me. I wanted to do Bear Titan, but I don't think we're actually going to do Bear Titan. Okay, level 70 achieved, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, step number 1. Let's see what the amulet has. Step number 2. We have only kept this amulet because we needed all the attributes, right? To wield all this stuff. Because Combat Frenzy needs 113, Elemental Rage, so I still need that. I'll actually put that amulet away. Okay, we want this one. This is Poison Duration, Magnitude of Poison, Magnitude Poison Duration, and we heal. Which is kind of cool. This one is Magnitude of Poison, and we're actually going to have to pull these out here.
What's new?
Speak.
One must always be willing to change.
Time being, we're going to have to... Yeah. So that just brings our poison up reasonably. Sitting at 7,000, right? It's kind of crazy. And like I was thinking about if it's time to kind of say goodbye to these nodes up here slowly. And make our way over to the side here. Get that. And for this here, so we're reducing our overall hit damage, right? Lose some, but we get the magnitude of poison in, and we get the heal in. Get our poison to act faster. And we obviously would like to have the elemental damage on flask effect. Good. So we need our Jinbaria.
Oh, it's you.
The weak one that we have.
Bye then.
We're technically absolutely not ready for an Ascension. By virtue of being non-resistant at all. I need a belt that has strength, but also resistances. You know? Something reasonable. Am I a belt hoarder? I am absolutely a belt hoarder, Chan. I don't understand. See, that's a heavy belt. You said they're going for 70 now?
Oh,
Market panel. Heavy belt. Two wild orbs, only one exalted. 45, still.
oh, it's you.
Must have hit a lucky one. 43.
Is that a good price for that?
It usually gets sold like in no time, right? What's of Sekimus? This is the season launch. I only wanted to try the fucking dragon, and that build is OP. Martin, appreciate it. Happy you're enjoying it. Okay, I have some relics if I wanted to. Honor resistant. Additional. How many resistance ones do I have? I get the 15. I need to pull the ones from other character again. Yeah. I thought we would get away without doing that, but I will have to pull the ones from other character again. Yep. You still don't have a single success? Yeah, I never tried, honestly. I think, no, I put one single orb of chance on one single one, and that's it. I've not done any more since
Come check
then.
out what came in for you.
Tried just a heavy belt for 46 exalted today, sir. This is my heavy belt. It's already sold. You know, that's the heavy belt. It's already sold. By the way, this is my mercenary. As you can see, he only has corrupted maps in his stash. Oh, that's another heavy belt. See, there you go. Managed shop. Another 43. So already today, 80 plus exalted, easy profit.
I have no idea.
I play Frost Lands and Ice Twister. You mean Glacial Lands, right? There's no Frost Lands. I call it Ice Lands in the video like 20 times, and I'm like, oh god, people are gonna hate me. This is not called an Ice Lands. There is no Ice Lands. I'm just like, Ice Lands, chat, Ice Lands. It's like, oh god, no, Chris. Why did I do that? Oh, it's so bad. Someone kill me right now. Take me out. Here, right between the ice. Hey, Chili, good to see you there. Which build are we talking about? There's too many. No, you gotta be precise. We made too many builds this season. So, by the way, sold, chat. Sold, second belt. Look at these ones. So this one says 23 honor on room completion, right? Gain sacred water on room completion. Yes, you heard right. We're gaining honor and sacred water on room completion. That's insane. These are my killer set of rallies that make everything easy. Have you tried anything with caltrops and projectile attacks? I have seen the builds that do caltrops and projectile attacks, and I find them boring, personally. By the way, chat, I have a very important question. I did something to my thumbnails, and I'm not entirely sure if it is a mistake or not. So I played this morning a little bit around with refresh SSF-friendly neighborhood AI tools to enhance the titles of my thumbnails visually. And I'm not sure if the result is actually better or worse. Because on the one hand, it looks better. On the other hand, it looks like a mobile phone ad. I don't know if any one of you has noticed already, but if I already have you here as my testing group, might I ask you something? Right? Okay, where's my thumbnails so I can show you? So this is like the old format. Right? This is the old format. This is how it looked. It's very easy to read, correct? And I messed around a bit with AI to improve this, and we kind of ended up with this one. And I'm not entirely sure if it's better or it just makes it look like a goddamn, you know, makes it look like a mobile phone ad. But yeah, I like it. But the old format is so simple because you can just read it. But I kind of like the new one as well. Merchant only offers run choices. Less movement speed have been hit. Well, let's just not get hit. Or what's better, see, that's very intriguing to me. When I'm currently A/B testing the old concept versus the new concept to see if the new concept works, because you can do that on YouTube, right? You just have them battle it out against each other. I'm very happy that y'all like the old one, because that means I'm just not completely imbecilic in what I do. Right? Less sacred water found. Hey, why don't you just punch me in the throat? Yeah? No? Maybe? It was really fun, though, to play a bit around with. I used Gemini. I don't know if you've ever used Gemini, guys. That's the Google AI. It's for free. And I pretty much just threw my thumbnail in, right? Just my existing thumbnail. And was like, just take the title and make it look better. And he literally does that. When you're going to be a bit more precise in what you mean with better, right? Give him some parameters to work with. But literally pulls it out of the picture and just does something with it. Okay, reduced honor restored. Well, we don't like that. I mean, I'm just gathering like shit after shit after shit. But how about we just don't get hit, right? I mean, this is a level 60 trial, and I am way higher level than 60. I mean, currently we are sitting at 11,000 poison per second. Holy. Chan. And again, I can stack poison 6 times, right? Keep that in mind. I cannot stack poison once. So I could do like 10,000 damage with the initial hit. But then I can stack it 6 times to do all of that. Your guides are the benchmark for well-written guides for me. Thank you. I'm just trying to be as easy as possible, I guess, without assuming that you know a single piece of information. It gets a bit harder, though, when it comes down to weapon swap points, because at some point I gotta assume that you understand how weapon swap points work, right? But this league has shown that there's still many, many people that still don't know how weapon swap points work, and that's okay. We don't hate you. Okay, enemies have 30% less max life. Wahahaha. Would fire make the explosion poison explode? No. This is poison, not a poison cloud. Okay. Difference. The poison you explode is also a poison cloud. Actually, in the mobility's link to put in which skills, which weapon set, it's usually mentioned in the video. But I should be able to set that in the build. I just made the swap to glacial lands yesterday. The map clear is insane. However, boss damage is quite lacking. I don't think that boss damage is necessarily lacking, and we just still have to get to the point where you have all the poison nodes. That's like the sad part. So until you have all the poison nodes, it's just going to feel worse than some other builds. But once you get all the poison nodes, it should regulate itself. I mean, we just got finally most of the poison nodes that we wanted to have. We just need to get this bonus elemental damage bam now, because all of these elemental damage nodes are insanely going to boost the poison, especially the 40% damage during a flask effect, right?
The foe ahead is formidable.
I don't like dot builds. Is your dots are more burst? This is a full dot build. See, this is all dot. I pretty much burst with elemental damage, but all my damage contributes to poison. Okay? So I am a dot build that's disguised as a burst build.
Use that well.
Best way how I can say that.
So we will succeed.
Large sacred, less energy shield. No. We don't want less energy shield. I mean, monsters deal 30% more damage is questionable, but I should be able to handle that. Is this the Ranger class? Yes, this is the Ranger class. And we're playing a Pathfinder, and we're playing a Pathfinder with spears. So yes, and yes. However, open these gates.
I would give anything.
I'm sad that there's like no better unique spear for me, a unique scepter for me than the one I have here currently. Take me to the boss so I can get the ascendancy points. Sir, this is only the 3rd ascendancy. And no, I don't actually carry anyone ascendancy wise, not because I can't. It's more like I want you to do it yourself. And if you have to suffer doing it like that, do it, suffer. There's just certain expectation I have to my fellow gamers, okay? Okay, so we're just throwing our... We're just throwing our little... Lightning? I want Stormlands itself. Okay, so Stormlands does the 3,000 on the projectile. Then the Lodge Spear itself does 1,700 poison. And the detonation does another 6.5. That's crazy. Chalice? Still not managed the 3rd ascension. I get bored once the campaign is done. There's nothing wrong with that, sir. I mean, you pretty much lose any kind of leading once the campaign is done. It's like, here's maps, deal with it. And I think that's so far their biggest mistake. It kind of worked. It kind of worked in Path of Exile 1, but also in Path of Exile 1, I kind of hated the fact like where you're just done and then it's like, here's maps. Whatever. Right? It's just this abrupt change to go there, do this, do that, to here's maps. We don't like you anymore.
Overcome.
This looks more fun than Bow Poison Ranger. Well, Bow Poison Ranger is obviously OP, but the problem is that in order to get a Bow Poison Ranger super ultra good, the amount of currency you have to invest is crazy. Right? Have you ever looked how much some of the uniques cost for Bow Poison Ranger, especially the Quiver, and you want to have like Hat Hunter and some other shenanigans, all that kind of stuff. And I'm just sitting here and like, hey, so you want to have Plague Fingers for 5 Exalted, and you would like to have the Guardian Palm for like, I don't know what it is right now. I think it's like 15 to 20. I mean, you could get the Sacred Flame, obviously. Then it gets more expensive. I don't know. A Sacred Flame is like 100 Exalted right now. which is also very easy to get. I mean, 100 Exalted is literally just 1 hour of breach farming and you have 100 Exalted. So it's like, these things are not impossible to acquire, right? Compared to items that cost you 20 divines.
That was close.
I dislike it when you start losing XP. It's okay. I mean, you just stop dying. I mean, the biggest mistake people make with the campaign is, so they kind of finish the campaign and then they still don't go for defense. The biggest thing you have to do in maps is you just got to stop doing damage. Because you usually have enough damage to actually clear maps, and you have enough damage to also clear bosses. But what you don't have is enough survival to survive to the point where you're clearing maps and killing bosses. Right? Chile, for the Raging Grenadier, you should buy the gloves. Yes, the Painter's Servant. Preferable as a 999% one, if you can get it. I could only get an 899 one, because it was the cheapest. Like, I just don't like buying expensive items, right? I don't like buying anything that costs more than 5 to 10 Exalted Orbs. It makes me feel sad. Like, oh no, this costs 20 Exalted Orbs, but my money! Please! Stop robbing me blind! I mean, I have the Exalted to afford it, but I still feel like I'm gonna end up piss poor broken at the next corner. Okay, there's no elite coming anymore. This is one of the bugged hourglass trials. I'm not entirely sure what happens here, but it's like really annoying as it happens. The Painter's Servants are extremely strong, and you need them to use Trinity. So Painter's Servants, like for example for me right now, I have like say 10,000 damage Glacial Lance. They would add 9% fire, 9% cold, and 9% lightning damage extra on top. Just by existing. And that on a low value as 10,000. Now imagine you have like 50,000 damage, right? And then you get 9%, 9%, and 9%. Lose Sacred Water and getting hit by an enemy, so we just don't get hit by an enemy. Oh god, how do you get hit by an enemy? We need to put Magnified Area on the Herald of Plague. I don't think we still have that. Do we have Magnified Area on the Herald of... No, we don't. See, mistakes were made, Chan. But I think Magnified Area on the Herald of Plague should come really crazy. Because you suddenly have, like, the Herald of Plague just spread their poison in even a bigger area. Actually, lovely. What should I grind for once you reach Endgame? Well, currency is usually what you grind for. I mean, you obviously want to get stronger, so you want to get a weapon of your respective weapon class, but you also just simply want to get currency, so you can buy yourself stuff and or, like, boost your twins or whatever. Okay, come, nerds. So see that poison damage? See that poison damage? I mean, just keep in mind this is a level 60 trial, so it doesn't count, but it's still funny.
Greetings.
Use merchant prize.
The choice is made. We will succeed.
Level currently at? Oh, I am level 70 and we're in a level 60 trial. The level 60 trial token you get dark in. So obviously I'm just overtuned for this area right now, but this makes my trial be extremely easy, so I don't actually care. Should try Trinity. Trinity's sadly not an option for this build. Mainly because I don't have the spirit. I have to put like another spirit amulet on. And even then it's getting too annoying. Also not doing all elementals equally. In order to use Trinity, I would probably need to play the Painter's Servants as well. I can't play the Painter's Servants because we're playing... oh. Other stuff. Where could I find good guides for leveling, which nodes to take in which order? Anything you can recommend? I mean, you can go on my channel, because my channel is full of those guides that always go from Act 1 to Act X. We have always a, like, they're called the overpowered in 1 hour guides because they pretty much teach you everything from Act 1 to Interlude to mapping. And then we always have the 2.0 follow-up. Pretty much the whole structure of the channel. Plus then a 3.0 follow-up for Endgame. And that for every single build. Hands down the cheapest build around. That works, sir. Right? Very important. Even though yesterday someone came into the stream and was like, your builds don't work. And I'm like, sir, we have live streams. They literally work. I mean, like, video proof. Are you dense? What's my favorite comment? Your builds don't work. But what if we have, like, you know, live video proof? What then? What then? What then? What then, chat? Lose Sacred Water and Room Completion, but... I thought you used Painters. No, no, no. On this build, we don't use Painters. We use Plague Fingers. Plague Fingers is incredibly important because it makes everything I do contribute to poison magnitude. So, like, everything I do. Okay? I just have to turn around and give you a Withering Glare. And that does poison damage. Plus 40 lightning, poison magnitude. Everything is poison magnitude, chat. Oh my goodness, could you not? It's like the Plague Fingers, they turn you into a Blood Mage. But only that you're gonna be doing poison instead of bleed.
Magnificence.
What do we get there? Shaman Mantle. Are we making a Thorn build? Nope, no Thorns for me. I do not in the slightest enjoy the Thorns playstyle. I know a lot of people do. It's just not for me. What do you have 4K honor? You get more honor the more life and energy shield you have. Plus, I have relics that give me more maximum honor. So I already have, with my, I would have 2,700 honor. Then I have relics that give me more maximum honor. And I picked up a boon that also gives me 25% more maximum honor. So therefore, we're sit somewhere like here at 4,000 now. Actually, not a lot. Like during the 4th Ascension, you somehow sit like sometimes at 14,000 honor and more. I'm planning to share this build. Already did, Mr. Gamer. The 1 to 65 version is out. That was posted this very morning. As if I would be keeping that secret from you. Come on now, sir. I'd like to understand the game more without guides. I mean, you don't need much time to do that. You just need to actually focus on understanding the game, right? Now, this might sound condescending, but I recommend reading. Because technically everything we're doing is visible in the game, right? It's not like we're doing some witch work. I read the skills too, and then I just combine things and hope they work. Obviously, something like we're doing right now here with these gloves, you first and foremost need to know what the gloves do, right? And then you need to understand like the support gems that would work with that and the passives and so on and put that all together. It's like, it's a puzzle, right? Simply a puzzle. Okay, we got less maximum honor, less energy shield. Yeah, let's go for less maximum honor. Well, we have so much that less doesn't matter. The most important thing when build making is this. You go on a skill and you just read what it says and then you work with it. I mean, that's what I go with. I choose a skill. So in this case, we choose Glacial Lance. We know it's ice, it's projectile, it's AoE. So those are kind of like some keywords you can already look for in the tree. But we also knew that we want to combine it with poison. So that was also simple like then to figure out. The tricky part is then getting like the right passives, at which point defense is easy because you just either go for energy shield, evasion energy shield, whatsoever, right? And then you just got to figure out how to make your charges. And that's then Combat Frenzy and Sniper's Mark. It just all falls into place pretty much. Like it's a iterative step-by-step process. And you'll make shitty builds in between, right? It happens. Sometimes you make trashy ass builds and you wonder, wow, what the fuck did I just do? And you know what? That's normal. Happens to the best of us. Oh no! Proximal tangible! That thing can like fry you with one attack. Don't like that. Don't burn me! Is this fourth or third? Oh, this is third. I'm not ready for fourth, but level 70. The fourth I only do with level 78, 79. Because that's usually where you get a new weapon. Okay, so put the shocking down. 1, 2, 3 explosive spears. Ice lance. Shocking down. 1, 2, 3. And now look at the poison, because now everything erupted. So my whole poison went, and my explosive spear pretty much gave her the poison. If my explosive spear gives her the poison with the explosion, it's 10,000 per second. And since I throw 3 explosive spears, if they explode, they apply 30,000 poison per second. I don't know how long my poison duration is right now, because we have the chance to poison, we have the poison, but I don't know how long the ailment duration is. We have the duration of ignite here. Poison duration is currently 1.8 seconds. So we would actually have to increase the duration of poison to 2 seconds at least, that we then get just more damage, right? We ascend. Kind of want to get the running sold. Okay, what do we got? Gold hoarders. Take the Hatunga garb. Royal. Way too many of these. Mysterious. Mage. Arcanist. Thank you very much. Royal armor. Mysterious. Oh, I kind of want the hawkers. Okay. Part is also way too long. I can do it in like 30 minutes, depending on the build. When we like really rush. Okay. Are you done with D4? Yes, forever. I will never, ever, ever play D4 again, sir. It's not just because, you know, we just have like some unfortunate overlap of seasons. We will play D4, no worries. Just not right now. It's not my fault that Path of Exile and D4 decided to be bitches to each other.
I'll take it.
Why ever they decided that.
Bring any tomes you find.
Can't we just all be friends, chat? Why do we always have to piss in each other's garden? My inventory is so full, and I cannot put anything anymore. Okay, so where were we stuck? Check the vendor.
What do you think?
S+3 to all projectile skills. I mean, this is kind of like what I need on this thingy as well right now for damage. Oh, by the way, we're missing a suffix. Wonder how much that would increase my poison damage if I get +3. However, what do I want it to do? We need to do a snapshot now. So let me open my mobilytics. Let's actually...
The winds change direction.
Yeah, I think we need to go for this. The increased poison duration you inflict against slowed enemies. I mean, we have this note here that says increased poison duration for each poison you've inflicted recently. So if my poison duration is now base 1.8 seconds, the poison duration will obviously get increased by this as well. So we just have generally a higher poison duration than we would usually have. We could technically take this. This is chance to inflict ailments and also duration of poisons. This is faster poisons, so our poisons is also not per seconds, right? Our poisons is actually 22% faster, which is quite good. Took some attack damage out, which I think is fine. Like, losing the attack damage is completely okay. We wanted to go for the notes down here. We could technically also take these notes here because they're quite useful. That's bonus damage. I'd like to have the bonus attack speed. I'd like to have the bonus movement speed. Dexterity. We need to do. The next tier of map.
Beware. What do you think?
Still need energy shield boots that are not these boots that actually have energy shield. Then on the other hand, we also need evasion rating, so that's that. But I would prefer energy shield boots.
Carry on.
We were at tier... Let's do a tier 8 map. Add shock ground. Elemental resistance. No, I don't want to. I'm not ready for that yet. I'm not ready for that yet. The delirium mobs do not trigger your Witch Hunter AoE ability. Use Courtesan's Manon's Rule of Cruelty. I don't even know what the rune does. It's the first time I've ever heard that one mentioned. Did you not just make up that name? Sounds like you totally made up that name. Okay, could you just stop exploding? I don't want to go through, but you're just blocking the way. Okay, we need to get level 78 as soon as possible now. Oh, see, my scepter was sold, Chan. I told you I sold that one for too cheap. 1, 2, 3. See, there's the poison again. Look at him, chat. Look at him cook. Look at him cook. Look at him die to the poison. Look at it, chat. Look at it. Look at the poison. Are you looking, chat? Your weapon real fast. Is this 210 damage with the Orichalcum Spear? With some lightning, with some fire. I don't have bonus ranks on it right now because I didn't feel like it's worth it to put the bonus ranks on it. Oh wow, they just lasered me. Okay, cool. A plus level should give a significant boost. I mean, it's only plus 3 levels. However, I also haven't seen like a level gem in a while. I mean, we're sitting at level 13 skills. My glacial lance is 14, and I think we're level 70. So I need level 15 or 16 already. I think 15. On gloves, it gives 20% magnitude of damaging ailments you inflict. I mean, that would be great. I probably just can't afford it. The usual answer, like, why I don't use something is because it's too expensive. Now, I don't know in the regards of the courtesans. Rune. Poison is chaos damage, right? Yes, all poison is chaos damage, but not all chaos damage is poison. Very important distinction. Out of play cannot have magnified area. I am bamboozled. Should I invest in poison and Whirling Assault Pathfinder? No. Whirling Assault works perfectly well without poison. The issue with poison is that you need to invest quite significant into it to make it worth it. So you need the nodes with the plus poison stacks. You need the poison duration. You need all of it, right? You can't just be like, oh, I'm playing poison and like I'm not going to take any nodes. It's the same with crit. Like it's like, oh, I'm doing crits, so I'm taking like all the crit damage nodes, right? Not just some. I'm taking all of them. All the crit chance, all the crit bonus damage, all the crit related shenanigans. Like versus slept on. I'm not actually sure if I could use the toxic domain because I don't necessarily do poison damage per se. I actually would have to look that up. And I know we used it on our gas grenade Pathfinder, right? We made another poison build, by the way, last season, chat. That was the gas grenade Pathfinder. It's stronger than this one currently because grenades are OP again. I mean, so the difference is that, for example, this spear is now level 67 spear that does like 300 damage, right? Like if I'm a grenadier, a crossbow at this point would do something like 450 to 500 damage, right? And it's a 200 weapon, so I can get +5 to skill ranks. Poison grenades, OP. Poison one's one big hit, same as bleed. That's completely wrong, sir. I mean, poison you can stack 6 times, at least here in this case. So you can work with many, you can work with 6 hits instead of 1 hit. Bleed is different, yes. Bleed wants you to prepare and then to do the Infernal Cry and all that kind of stuff. And then you go like for that super hit, bam. We're solving mana. I mean, as you can see, I have no mana issues. And I'm not solving mana at all. However, the easiest way to solve mana is just get yourself Lavinia's Flask. It costs like 10 exalted or so. And it pretty much auto-casts. I don't even know where the flask is from. We want those hits to be as big as possible. Also wrong, because the size of my hits does actually not correlate to the size of my poison currently. I actually reduced the max damage of my hits to increase the magnitude of my poison. Let's wait for that to be J over. So we want the elemental damage, and elemental damage is going to give us more poison. Good. Come on, give me some splinters. We've made like 50 splinters or so. What do splinters go for right now? Who knows, Chan? Another 6. Nice. Zap him. Zap, zap. Zippity, zap, zap, zip, zap, zappity, zap. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that was triple ignited ground there. Oh, lightning damage. Oh, I generally don't know what I actually died to. Actually, genuinely don't know. What did we just run into, Chan? Is that on? I love it when we get the ignited ground on top. Ah! He copycatted me, Chan. He was like, what's this? And goodbye. So we're 71. I need to get to 78 so we can equip my scepter. Still asking myself if there's a better unique scepter for this moment right now. Been like searching far and wide. I know there is quite some unique scepters. Scepter unique 71. Ah, there's nothing. Well, sad. There's like these shitters here. Nothing special. Sad. Sad.
Good news for you.
Okay, so we don't want that. We don't want that. We don't want this. That's a nifty helmet. Just like that. Okay, spear for level 70 and spear for level 76. I mean, that's 40 to 66, but it's again accuracy rating, which is useless because it only works on an Amazon, right? So that one is a full-on dud. This one could be at least something, so we're gonna magic it up. 64 physical damage, but it's the Fizz Act mix, which is kind of sad. That means you're gonna go down the dumpster as well. Sad face, OP. We hate you. Tablet. Tier 9 map. What could possibly go wrong? What could possibly go wrong? We got currency exchange. No, we got the. Did we sell something? Oh, another 5. That's right. Did we currency exchange? I wanted to know. I want exalted orbs and I have breach splinters. They go for currently 3 exalted orbs. Damn. That's nifty. I mean, considering that I have like 85 splinters here, right? That's pretty good. I wonder... My Herald of Ice should get poison too. Because Herald of Ice can poison, right? That would lead to even more fun clears.
Surprising. Take your time.
Okay, getting a better evasion rating energy shield.
May it serve you
Not going to
well
be
now,
easy,
Bard.
but it's also not impossible. A lot of K is resistant. Damn. So like getting a better one won't be easy, chat. Unless you just randomly slam things on the thing and just get like better stuff. When the only problem is that we're losing max life. Unless you're like, haha, improvement. Right? Oh, that's another heavy belt, by the way. Oh, we got more tablets. Okay, we need a breach tablet. Breach. And we need a abyss. Abyss. Thank you very much. 2 additional rare monsters spawn from abysses on the map. What should possibly go wrong, chat, huh? You know, like seriously, what should possibly go wrong? Surely, nothing could go wrong about this, right? Run Herald of Blood with poison. I don't bleed anyone, so like in order for Herald of Blood and Herald of Poison to work together, you actually need to have a source of bleed, and I don't bleed at all. Nothing. That's done. Oh, God. God damn it. Yeah. Too close. Right now, we don't possess any kind of stun threshold. Okay. So if something comes like too close, you die. Until I finally manage to get some kind of stun threshold, but that's probably still long until I deign to go for that. Okay, we just poison killed her, so that felt really good. Dude is stuck here in the corner, chat. Okay, so let's throw the electricity on this. And she's just dead. Cool. This is how I imagine it to go, chat. Right, I want to throw my shit on, and I just want to see them all just die instantly. Beautiful. Nothing. Robbery. Ow! He hit me. It hurts. The rune is only 12 exalted. Well, then we should acquire that rune, sir. I mean, considering that my, like, we only have, like, resistance stuff on my items right now. Because I obviously don't possess resistances. I need to actually juice up my resties right now. I mean, we're 71. So sorry, chat. This is how I tend to play without resistances. I mean, usually I end up at tier 15 maps, and then we kind of start putting something together. But yeah, we usually wait until tier 15 maps because I'm too lazy. I just want to play. I mean, what's a few random deathies because of missing resistances? I kind of should probably change my rings, but my one ring gives me plus 40. Well, that one has elemental resistance. Let's see how fast he dies. Way too quick. Love that. Thought he would be resisting police brutality a bit harder. Let's kill the boss first before we actually go for the breach. I shouldn't die to the breach, but you never know until you know, right? Not getting any frenzy charges, sir. We are getting frenzy charges. I can also do this. This is a map, though, I think, where the enemies have elemental resistance. I'm not entirely sure. Ow. Sir, pain. Oh, sorry, I forget that. Oh, whoa. Well, I should have rolled through him. Deserved.
It's your lucky day.
Okay, we kill that helmet. We kill that helmet. We see what can come out of you. Right? Oh. I mean, I do like the max life. I do like the inherent case resistance. It is a level 70 item.
Yes, quickly. Time is of the essence.
That spear is useless. Tier 3 fire. We could gamble with this one now by adding like a tier 2 lightning. And then hoping it gets like a high physical percentage. Like you have essences like this, right? So we could just add like lightning damage, and then you would just have to hope that it gets like anything meaningful physical wise, potentially. Unlikely though. I think we sold the second belt. Thank you very much. So you said rune for poison. So wait a second. Currency exchange. Magnitude. You're talking about St. Granald's rune. But that's magnitude of non-damaging ailments, sir. Or no, you mean this one here, courtesans. The one next to it. That's 14. It's actually really cheap.
All right, your order is ready.
So is it now that you would like to have the, so this is for gloves, right? What was the belt called again? Darkness Enthroned, right? You want to have optimally a Darkness Enthroned that is like as it had gloves, right? And then I could use it. And then I could use it together with 2 more of these. Technically, I mean, how much would that be? We're not gonna do it because it's kind of like overdoing it if it makes sense. 24, sorry, math. The 28.
I'll fill that in as soon as I can.
So Oh, I can only put one in, right? Not two. Ah, yeah. So that would be. Oh, I have to put that one off, and then I could use it. Yeah, it's a unique rune, so I would have to put one in there, and not use it in the gloves. But it then 60% more effective. Yeah. Okay. After a physical talisman this league took 250 C to hit a decent physical crazy low odds. I mean, you sometimes you get some cool stuff, sometimes you get some sad stuff. What I personally like to do is when I look for a new weapon, I go in, I type in my max level with a re72, right? So when I want to craft something, I go in the market, go for magic, and then check what we have, right? Go for percentage physical. Then I limit the price to 10 exalted or something because I don't want to spend more. And we should sort for physical percentage, right? Before I get lazy searching for that. So that's how I like to search. And then I just flip, and I just, that's 10 exalted, but it's corrupted. So this here is 4 exalted. So I could just buy this one and then try to upcycle it to see what comes out, right? And I'm not sure what actually the next is, I think 76, right? No, still 70 somewhere. Yeah, that's how I do. Like, I think you could, like, if I go for 50 exalted, I could even get a higher base, right? What can we get? 169 for 50, or 168 for 33. It's actually pretty cheap, right? So that's kind of like how I go. I mean, for the plus level, you could simply get yourself. Maybe we can put it just on this spear right now. So let's waste some currency because we've had many bonuses. So battle, has battle gotten cheaper? Perfect essence battle. Oh, it has actually gotten more expensive. Oh.
All right, your order is registered.
I mean, this is really not the spear I wanted on, but there we go. So with 3 more levels, we would instantly be sitting at 11,000 poison and 12,000. I wonder. Finally, tier 14. Tier 14 was level 58? Really? How much have I not been finding upgraded gems? What level is tier 15? What level is tier 17? I can use tier 17 already, and I just haven't found any tier 17s. Well, feel scammed, man. So we could be sitting at 13,000 poison, and I just have not been finding tier 17s. And tier 18's not there yet. Well, let's do a tier 10 map then, because what's the worst that happens? Monsters are armored. Yeah, sure. What's the worst that happens? But we should get ourselves some kind of resistance at this point. We're sitting at 119 strength. We got cold lightning. You don't give me any resistance. I need to kick you out, but you give me the stats I need to actually exist, which is kind of like the problem here. Right? This gives me the stats to exist, because if I put this off right now, I lose the stats to do what I would like to do. We're going to be missing out on dexterity, and we miss out on dexterity, and we miss out on rage. So I technically need an amulet. Gives me some dex, but also some strength, but also some resistance, but also some energy shield, right? So kind of like just a little bit of both and all and everything. Okay, here. That's everything I wanted.
Speak.
We'll take that. We'll take that. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. All right, this good. This good. So at least we're sitting now at something approaching reasonable resistances. Somewhere, somewhat. I need cold, at least on my boots, I guess. Cold. I mean, I need this belt to be gone, but I can't lose 26 strength, so that's that. What was the worst that could happen? Attribute costs are too high. I mean, attribute costs did actually get lowered already. Let's not forget that. Let's not forget that these are the lower attribute costs. Okay, the dude here is just pulling his shield out and he's just like, I won't die. But you're wrong, you're still dead. Oh no, he's gonna instantly kill me. Surprisingly, that will just eradicate me if I waltz into, yep. I waltz into that because I don't have resistances. Okay, we probably need to start taking some skill points, and we gotta start here because I need to go all the way to this. Because this is additional stun threshold equals to maximum shield. It's about time. Should I trade my 2 ancient jawbones for 40 divs and get myself as a headhunter? Yeah, that's definitely a fantastic trade, Sparky. The thing with the ancient jawbones is that you don't need them. So sure, with an ancient jawbone, you could, if you're incredibly lucky, and if you have the right omens, and if you have the right item to desecrate, there is a chance where you could maybe get a good outcome. However, there is maybe a chance that eventually you could potentially get a fun, decent outcome. Does that sound like something you want to do? Over getting like a secure 40 divines and just having someone else worry about that shit? Right, because let's be honest, you don't want to go for maybe, baby, eventually, if then something like works, and if you have the right omen and you need to buy the omen to also re-roll when you desecrate something, and worst case scenario, it's a dud. I would definitely sell the ancient jawbones. With these gamble kind of esque items, I'm always for just let someone else gamble. If that makes sense for you, right? Because you could, like, for these 40 divine orbs, you could buy yourself directly the item that you're looking for. But the different question should be, do you want a headhunter, right? Because if you want a headhunter, it's quite simple. Headhunter is an insane item. And I don't use it on any of my builds because I'm too lazy to acquire the funds for headhunter. I don't want to do the grind for it. So yeah, like, do you want it? It's a good item. It's gonna make your build better. And I mean, that's sealed, right? This is working plenty well. So I have to work a bit on the boss damage because, yeah, boss damage is working too, but I'm not 100% happy with it. Right? I need to see how much, like, level 78 changes that. So currently we're still leveling up very easy, right? But the road to 78 is definitely harsher than on other builds we have done. Headhunter is not really a damage spike, it's more like an everything spike. So Headhunter helps with survival, speed, zooming. It just does a little bit of everything. Oh, look at that poison right now. He's like, look at that lightning bolt. What? Oh, you actually do that? Do that in this phase? Really? So weird. Yeah, so he's just gonna die to the poison. We got one elite left. Do we want to kill that elite? We did. Okay. Easy squeezy map. Maybe less skill duration, more frenzy charges. No.
The name.
I mean, there isn't even more. Wow, that's a beautiful. That's a beautiful quarterstaff, Chan. Yeah. Nothing more to say about this. Like, just exalted, slap on thingies. What can you get for level 75, 75 quarterstaff? 450 exalted orbs. Yeah. Mine's just better. What can we get for rare? Surprise me. That's brutal. For 30 exalted, that's brutal. He actually managed to get 5 to 266 lightning damage. I mean, that thing for 30 at level 75 is nasty. Beautiful. A battle on it. I mean, I don't need this quarter stuff. That's the whole point. So as always, this lands in the market for. Wait, put that out. This lands in the market for 10, and someone's going to.
I have no
Or
idea.
not. I mean, if they buy it, they buy it. If they don't buy it, they don't buy it. I don't get time for POE, but I'm glad you do. Ah, sir. I make time for POE. Gotta find out fun builds. For example, this build is like, I really love it. But we all notice that we need a bit more damage output, right? We're gonna see like what we can do to weasel out even more now. I mean, I'm happy, generally speaking. I know that with a better weapon, we could get even more again. I know with level 78, I will get a huge damage boost due to Scepter. What you have to understand is that the damage difference between tier 15 maps and tier 9 maps is like not really existent. So I could just go into tier 15. The only thing that would be difficult would be bosses. But we also got to consider that we are right now doing bosses that are fully juiced. So this is something I forget to put into equation, right? We have like 6 points in, so all these bosses are more difficult than they should be. So we're obviously working like on a character like uphill battle, pretty much. I kind of forget that we put these points in. Maybe we made a little mistake there. A lot of people are quitting by now. I mean, the people that are quitting are just like too heavily influenced by the market instead of just having fun with the game. But yeah, there's always going to be people that are quitting, people that are selling stuff like easy on the market. I'm always sad when I see people quitting due to market situations instead of just playing solo self-found. Definitely like a faster start of energy shield recharge or something. Okay, what do we have? We get this one. So this is now elemental damage during a flask effect, which is really cool because if we now get Lavinia's flask, I'm going to show you the flask in a second, then we are guaranteed to always have 40% bonus elemental damage. But it's only increased, but it's to have or not to have. Puts us like almost 20,000 damage per second. And it's not even per second because our damage happens 22% faster. Right, so my lance does like 20,000 damage hit, and then it does also another 40,000 damage poison. That's all the beautiful damage comes together. Probably go into the temple at some point. So one more that we need down here is penetrate elemental resistances. Oh, a summoning. Summoning. You. You throw that in, have her die by electricity. Kinda wanted to do the summoning, now I'm stuck doing the abyss. Okay, where's the first abyss? Missed it. There it is. So abyss needs you to throw in the explosions and the electricity ASAP, because they just die, as you see there, like really quick. That's always for me when I feel like my build is good. How are you coping with the mana issue? I don't have a mana issue. I mean, I literally have mana regeneration from the tier 3 poison. So from Act 3, and that's it. I do believe I have one mana leech ring. No, I don't even have a mana leech ring. I thought I had no mana leech. I get life per enemy hit, I guess. One, two, three. And he dies to the poison. It'd be cool if you could split the ice lands in 3 with multi-shot. Would also reduce the damage. It would increase the amount of poison stacks. However, you already have 2 poisons. So you have the poison when the ice lands connects, right? And you have the poison when the ice land actually explodes outwards. So like how fast he dies now, Chan. We finally have arrived at a decent amount of damage. Greater Regal Orb, you say? Please, give me. Okay, which boss do we get here? Oh, is it the one with a cannon? No, it's her. That's the first time I just now took a mana potion. Now mana potion again. Oh, she killed me with some case damage. You don't have plus levels on your items. I have one +3 levels here to all attack skills, which you need. But other plus levels we haven't found so far, so there's that. Oh, ow. I have fallen and I can't get up. Oh, okay, let's put that on. Biggest issue we have, if I want to call it an issue, is like the skill, the frenzy charges in the boss fight. I mean, we can make them work, right? So we usually do that, right? And that gives us 1 or 2 frenzy charges. There's the frenzy charge. There we win. 2 death didn't have to be. Last by Hearthstone years ago, sir. Years. Your mana cost went through the roof. No, it's okay if your mana cost runs through the roof. I mean, again, you want to have Lavianga's Spirit Mana Flask. Lavianga's cost you, I think, 10. Any? Here, 12 Exalted. Or 15. Right? You know you could detonate with Thunder Sleep? Yeah, but you could also detonate with Explosive Spear, sir, to do a lot of cool damage. Because all my damage boosters are projectile damage. So Thunder Sleep is not a projectile. Yes, I know. I also do know it's less efficient.
I will make use of this. Indeed.
You take Laviangas, you upgrade it. And now this one will automatically trigger. And you pretty much get always this 40% increased elemental damage while attack skills during the flask effect. And you can also go for this one here. This is increased attack damage and attack speed during flask effect. But again, we're always having a flask effect. So you're pretty much guaranteed to get that one. It's kind of cool, especially because this one is 40% projectile damage while there are no enemies in 3 meters. And we're a bit closer to enemies as of late, right? So we're always up their butthole. That's something you can actually play around with very efficient. Okay, let's do something.
What is it?
An Atlas points. Let me just pull these out for a GIF.
Oh, it's
And pull out a... I have like normal tier 15 maps and not like fully corrupted tier 15 maps.
A good priority. Time is of the
Do one tier 14 with a normal map boss. You know, if the map boss is not like 4 times juiced up like crazy. How much of a difference that's going to make. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Because you know, usually the difficulty I use on my like 500,000 damage mercenary right now. And he feels good with it. That's not the damage the Pathfinder is dealing yet. Oh, this is going to be horrible because we get the Viper chat. Greater Essence of Battle. We should probably try to corrupt this to get a perfect essence of battle, right? Okay, who's still alive that's blocking this? You? Jeremiah? Oh, wow. Tim-chan. Oh, shit. I did not want to activate you. For the love of God, I did not want to activate you right now. I wanted to do something vastly different. But hey. We get him dead, chat. We get him dead. After all. It's not what I wanted to do. Oh, but we win, so it's fine. Oh, Jesus Christ. Sir, I don't have like any like elemental resistances, so can you just like not hit me with any like kind of elemental attacks? You know? Oh god, he had a trial of fire. I just walked through that. So I don't have any elemental resis, so please sir, don't touch my yogurt. We need to find the boss because our first tier 14 boss and in normal difficulty. I kind of like don't want to get. Oh, I'm stuck. Thank you. I don't want to get holed up here right now. Just want to quickly run through it all. Out of my way, you little nerds. That is checkpoint, and we should be there in this. Wrong side. The 50% evasion to elemental damage. I don't have evasion. I have 29% evasion. It is non-existent. I mean, we have some evasion. We have some evasion here. But all in all, our evasion is more or less not a thing of I am there. See, like, the difference right now between a +3 difficulty boss or not, chat? I just want you to see this, right? How quick we just killed her. Because I knew we didn't have, like, a problem with boss damage. I knew we had a problem with, like, difficulty settings right now. I see, like, she's just dead. Ow. Because let's make, like, a normal tier 15 map, okay, chat? Oh, by the way, let's do something unreasonable and totally teleport ourselves back in here. Into these guys. Because what's the worst that could happen? Right? Oh, well, what's the worst that could happen? Dan? Good. What's the worst that could happen, chat? The worst? Oh, that's 72 cold damage. That's pretty nifty. Wonder if you want to put like an abrasion on to like give it a full physical early. So let's make a tier 15 map quickly.
This is all that may be a difficult course.
It's just all about like seeing how difficult is it like a tier 15 map boss right now, correct? Because I told you, we're not. It's just like the bonus difficulty. Using experience tablets, yeah. Usually I use experience tablets. Castaway as my Megalith. I love Agamite as a. Okay, see that's a tier 15 map just from a damage perspective, right? We're good. When I'm level 74, we can do this. I mean, obviously, like with level 74, you shouldn't, but I can. The problem is this is a crit heavy map now, so we're gonna take a lot of damage. But from a damage perspective, we're good, right? We're doing it. Like it. Our poison is going out. Our poison is killing things. Everyone crits. That hurts. Oh, there's the dude. Okay, here. So there's the dude. Lightning, fire, fire, fire. And he bleeds out. Perfect. My mana's empty, but Lavianga's got that covered. Don't even have to fret, worry, or anything. Oh, it would be nice to not have like 20 guys that are just like soaking my mana empty. Got him. That one died too. It was an interesting amount of annoying people. You lose XP if you die on maps? Absolutely. So is what I'm doing quite unreasonable? Yeah. Thing is, like at this level, so around the level 70 range, the XP loss really doesn't matter because I might lose XP, but I just gain it back as quick as. So let's say if I die with level 89 or if I die with level 90, the amount of XP you actually lose in comparison to the amount of XP that you gain is quite disheartening. Oh my goodness, I don't know what actually hits me there. Ah, it's the crit. So that's quite like a problem actually, because you're just going to like you need, let's say 30. Okay, that ignite damage just killed me. You need an hour to get a certain amount of XP together, and then you die and that hour is lost. Okay, so that's horrible, obviously. That's why you don't run around without resistances later on. So like what I do here, you can do at this point of the game, but you should certainly not do later on. It makes no sense, right? You want to minimize the amount of deathies you have. I just personally don't mind here right now because we're trying out things. So dying is just something that happens, right? Not like a problem. And especially if you're able to do tier 15 maps, that's like, that's in level range, so that's important. You're in level range, you can be, the difference between you and the map can be 7 levels. So technically with level 72, you can already start doing tier 15 maps. If you then can do tier 15 maps, right, that's obviously the point. And you can pretty much get maximum XP. And not only maximum XP, you also get maximum drops, right? Because you're actually dropping good items. Like I get these spears that I can't even put on because they're too high level for me. But obviously when I then can finally put them on, like we're cooking. Okay, I just want to see your boss quickly. Ya'ata the Loathsome. Wait, it's Big Mama, right? The boss of this map is Big Mama. If I'm not mistaken. Oh, there's one thing I noticed. I'm not actually getting to freeze enemies that much right now. You know, they die before they freeze, which is an interesting phenomenon. Probably the one thing that speaks against playing Deadly Poison. So with Deadly Poison, we increase the poison damage, but we decrease the on-hit freezing. I mean, we're pretty much just slowing enemies currently, right? We don't actually freeze. So I have to put the Deadly Poison off again exactly for that reason. That would make me sad. But like this, we're not getting the Herald of Ice much. We're not pretty much... Like, I wonder... if I take the deadly poison off. What other support do we have on? If I take the deadly poison off, we're losing poison damage, but I get more cold damage. How's Glacial Lance feel so far? I mean, for leveling, it was insane. For mapping, is also extremely good. So the whole poison damage shenanigans, they're working nice. And obviously, as you can see here right now, we're surprisingly not getting many freezes because enemies just die too quick. And I wonder if we have to fix this by actually getting a cold damage elemental weapon. Right? So right now my weapon has fire and lightning, which is not bad because the elemental damage is being turned into poison magnitude, right? But obviously the fire and lightning, they don't contribute for my freeze. So I wonder if I need to actually turn that into a cold weapon, if that is required to get the freeze off. It's a good question, isn't it? Because right now we're also not getting Batur's Vengeance, right? It's weird. Okay, this is a tier 15 boss now. Okay, chat, we are... Crowbot, yes, we're the guy that does Elden Ring game builds. So we are level 75. We have no resis. Our spear is a level 67 spear. And we're playing our poison elemental damage shenanigans. So let's go. 1, 2. Put that on her. 2, 3. And look at the damage we're dealing right now. That's a tier 15 boss, chat. Laughable, right? GG. And now this explains... Oh, ladies and gentlemen! Whoop, whoop! This explains all our earlier struggles. Because we have 6 points in here. Bosses are more difficult. Bosses are more difficult. Bosses are more difficult. So you're essentially fighting against bosses that are 3 map levels more difficult. Right? And you're wondering, it seems like we're not doing enough damage. Well, you know, that's because you're not doing enough damage yet. At least I figured out where my problem was. Right? Because this is a streaming pile of bullshit. Where did I miss out on that? Now, what we're going to do right now is to... What we need to do now is, this is very important. We need to go for the market, and I need to buy a spear, and that spear needs to have freeze damage, and we need to compare this. Because this is such a crucial piece of information for the whole build, right? 10. Cold damage. Need a spear, any... damage, sorry. Okay, we need a damage and at least 80. Here, like that. 74 to 119 cold damage. I mean, optimally, I would find one that's fully crafted up here right now that I could just use. Here, this is good. This even has increased damage with elemental attacks. I wonder if that increases the poison. If my elemental attacks are doing more damage, does that increase the poison damage? It should, right? Okay, let's buy this spear here. Because I need to know. Level 75 spear. So the idea is if we now buy a spear that does cold damage, okay, Chad? does it actually contribute to our overall damage? We need to get an Essence of Battle to make this work. So we're just throwing currency around. Because it needs to be comparable, right?
I'll post
Well,
it
we just
wherever
found a Divine Orb, so we're fine. Like, I can just go here. I have a Divine Orb. I want Exalted. How much is it currently? Oh, 300. Thank you. Well, we could have waited and gotten more, but fine. Okay, Essence of Battle on you. So we're currently sitting at 10. That's the same? So it's the same damage, right? However, we're sitting at 5,000 cold, and that's 4,000 cold, right? So I wonder now if this does do the difference. What we want, though, is... Let's go into the... No. Here, we kind of want this, right? As extra damage of all elements. That one is only 7. That's only 1 Divine Orb. How much is that? It's only... I want. That's 30-second Exalted. That's cheap. But this one gives me 5% of damage as extra damage to all elements. So that's kind of nifty. So we're sitting at 17,000 poison now. Now let's see. Are we finally freezing things again, or are they just dying too fast? No? Freezing things too. Okay. Interesting. Call the Brotherhood Toba's Ring. No, we don't need to call the Brotherhood Toba's Ring. We are doing cold damage mainly. I'm just surprised that it would lead to that. I mean, we could play Porcelain for the increased cold damage. Because I'm not freezing anyone anymore. That's such an intriguing problem to have. Radiant into conversion is making you lose damage. Oh no. So we could put on pork. I don't know how that stupid ring is written. Here, porcelain. That would be 29% cold damage bonus. I mean, we're sitting at 6. If I now remove this bad boy here, I'm gonna be losing everything because we don't have enough dexterity. So, like, the problem is that I cannot test this out because if I take this off, then we kind of lose, like, all our dexterity, and I just need the dexterity, and that's, like, the actual problem because we don't have enough dexterity to make things then work because we don't just have enough dexterity. That's, like, actually shoot, because we need at least 127 dex, and we don't have the dex, so I cannot even test this right now. God, someone kill me. This is a problem for Pony of Tomorrow. This is not a problem for me today. That's a problem for the Pony of tomorrow. He will get worried about this. However, good news already, chat. We made a mistake and we struggled more than we should. Our poison damage is incredible values at this point, so I'm really happy. And we are actually destroying tier 15 bosses. So we struggled with tier 6 bosses and tier 9 bosses because we had all the Atlas skill points up, and it was horrible. So in the end, we fixed this now. That means tomorrow we're going to have a follow-up stream where everything will be better, okay? Now I'm going to be solving that problem later down the line because I don't want to solve it right now. Is this a cheap build? This is a very cheap build, Ranker. We literally bought this spear here right now for 10 exalted. And it's an insane spear. So it is really simple. It's cheap to build. Like the only expensive thing is the gauze wraps probably. And the Guardian's Palm Scepter. But what was it? Prism Guardian, Scepter, Guardian Palm Shrine Scepter Eye thingy. So that's the only thing that might be somewhat expensive, but I don't know actually. It's going to cost you 15. That's it. So expensive. I'm done. I'm soon back, chat. Tomorrow. Until then, take care. Love to have you with us. This was the update, but we'll make sure to get it even better tomorrow. We're going to figure out how to, we'll actually do freeze enemies because we are not freezing enemies. Might be that we really have to put off the deadly poison to do even more frost damage because the difference is like 3,000 frost damage. And, well, and we need to freeze somehow. Okay, good. I'll be back tomorrow. Thank you for coming, watching, lurking, chatting. Tomorrow's going to be the thing where we figured out everything. So I'm going to be sneakily testing this off stream, that it works on stream, and I have all the explanations for you. That we figure out why, what's the problem? Why are we not freezing the way we should? Okay. And once we get that figured out, we're rolling. Therefore, take care. Thank you for being here. Have